So here we are for the second part of our video. We'll continue on from Jarl Balgrav's quarters. First load the last saved file. Alright, so here we go. First things first, we're going to fast travel over to Whiterun Stables. That'll make the trip a lot quicker. That's for sure. So here we go. Off to Western Watchtower to dispose of the dragon. Should be fun. Just follow the arrow on your minimap to meet up with Irileth and her cronies. They are right over close to that campfire over there, right up ahead of us. Rest up once again, regain your stamina, and continue over to the watchtower. Now there are a couple of ways you can choose to fight this dragon. You can go up here and shoot him down with bow and arrow. Or you can equip your sword and fight him on the ground when he lands. Prefer the second one because it seems to be faster. That's right, I'm going to fight this dragon without any armor. True badass on the lowest possible difficulty. The dragon should come up right here. Unless he decides to land elsewhere, just to be a troll as usual. Be quick and get over to him, give him a quick slash. What an epic fight, he hasn't even turned around. Power slash and he's done. So much for Mirmilnir, or whatever the fuck his name was. Just pick up the gold, absorb his dragon soul, and be on your way. We can finally use the shout we found up in Bleak Falls Barrow. To equip it, simply go down to your shouts and hit your use key, which should equip it right there. And there's your shout. Yeah, whatever. Gotta wait for Irileth. She will tell you to go and speak with Jarl Balgrav once again. We will fast travel to Whiterun since we cannot fast travel to the Jarl's quarters right away. Not in this mission anyways. Should hear the Greybeards calling for you right now, which will be coincidentally the next part of our video here. Head up the hill here, it's pretty much the quickest way to the Jarl's quarters. Take a quick rest. Dovahkiin. Here we are at Dragon's Reach, finally. We get to complete this quest, and we head off to see the Greybeards. Now the part of that quest will involve stealing a horse, so if you're not okay with stealing, you shouldn't be playing this game in the first place. Here we go, the way of the voice. Now normally here, if you speak to the Jarl again, he will give you a companion. For the sake of our video, we don't really need Lydia with us, so we'll just be on our way. So there's the mission, speak to the Greybeards. First thing we'll do is we'll go over to the stables by fast travel. Stop walking for a sec, survey your surroundings, there's no one around. Go ahead and steal the horse. Hey, apparently someone was here. It doesn't matter, either way we'll be on our way. So basically, head down this way. You want to get to that same bridge you were at when you were heading over to Whiterun. We'll go over there. There's a quick path over to the 9,000 steps. Guards are after me, but it really doesn't matter that much. Apart from the fact that we cannot rest. Run away from the wolf. There should be a hunter up here. Now for those of you who don't want to steal a horse, actually you can dispose of the hunter up on the hill over here and take his horse to serve you on your journey to the Greybeard's castle. As I mentioned at the beginning of the last video, just ignore all the fights except for the mandatory ones. We will head up this hill right here. Now here's an important thing to note. I've tried heading up this way before, it didn't seem to work very well, so one thing that's been working for me is just scaling up the hill over here. You basically just want to follow the path. It's very clearly laid out, actually, you can't really miss it. I know to some of you it doesn't look like it, but there it is. On our way to see the Greybeards. Surprising that our little character here isn't freezing his ass off. You will probably see a frost troll coming up the hill here. Ignore him. Just keep going. Don't need to fight him, and not like you stand much of a chance against him being level 1 and all. Suddenly the weather clears up. So we are close to the crossing bridge. Once we get up past this hill, we should be right at it, or very close to it at the very least. So we'll stop here for just a slight moment. We're going to head up this way. In order to avoid the little troll that's sitting below here, you just go up the cave. The horse should be able to handle climbing no problem. Yep. No need to fight once again. Past this hill, your bridge awaits. So we are pretty much halfway on our journey to the Greybeards. Slight correction, it was 7,000 steps, not 9,000. Just follow the stairs. This is one of the biggest journeys in the whole game, actually. You can choose to make it an adventure if you like. Explore the whole damn map before you actually make your way up to the Greybeards, but for the purpose of this video, that would not be the right way to go. Once again, we sprint up the steps. So much better having a horse. The journey on foot actually would take about 15 to 20 minutes. Up here, up this way. Like I said, just follow the stairs. The journey is really extremely straightforward. There is nothing to it. Another quick rest. The frost roll I was talking about 5 minutes ago is actually up this hill. Once again, no need to fight him. Just sprint right past him. See the sucker up there? He's gonna try to come after you, but he won't chase you very far, so you're good. We are almost at the throat of the world, or rather at the Greybeard's castle. It's just up the next flight of stairs. Next giant flight of stairs, that is. Past this pillar and up to the right. And here we are. Hi, Hrothgar is here. Horse has been good to us, but he can head back to Riverwood or Whiterun if he remembers the way, as we won't be needing its services anymore. Now it's time to show off our extreme shouts to the head of the Greybeards. There's Arngeir. We gave him a taste of our unrelenting force. Okay, so now that the dialogue is complete, just follow Master Arngeir. Look down on the floor here. There's your second word of power for this shout. So in order to access the higher levels of the shouts, just hold down your shout key. It will make everything a lot more powerful. Just 2 more to go. First row! And 1 more. They do take forever to do this, so... First row! Now we go on to the courtyard. You can speed up the process by just running out to the courtyard yourself, getting out to the place where they all meet, and skip the next 2 to 3 hours. So the place is right here actually. here they are. Now we learn the whirlwind sprint. Once again, look down on the ground. The word will appear right before your eyes. Absorb the knowledge from the master. So now you have to equip your new shout. As soon as the gate opens, just hold down your shout key, which is Z on the keyboard by default. In case you couldn't tell, I am playing this on a PC. There we are. A little knockback factor there. Throwback to all you Diablo 3 fans out there. Go back to Master Bori or Iron Gear. The next part will involve us retrieving the horn of Jurgen the Windcaller. So that will be the closing of Act 1 and the end of the second part of this video. You don't need to hear his dialogue. Now we'll just fast travel back to Whiterun Stables. There's a quick way to make it up to the next part of the mission by just taking a carriage from there. And for those of you who are not doing a speedrun, what I could suggest is to actually take the carriage everywhere you can go. I'll pay off my bounty. Since it wasn't that big, we'll go to the jail for now. Not something I planned. Since we're by Jarl's quarters, once again, travel back to stables. Now hopefully we have enough gold to actually make the trip down there. Otherwise we'll have to make the trip on foot or steal the horse again. So what we need to do now, as you can see, Ustengrav is right close to Morthal. You have a couple of options. You can travel to Solitude, travel to Morthal, or travel to Dawnstar. Dawnstar would not be ideal. Solitude is a little farther than Morthal as well, so we will travel to Morthal. Here we go. So here we are in Morthal. Head up the hill here. You may run into some more difficult enemies along the way. Try to ignore them. If they are too persistent, go ahead and fight. Although I wouldn't suggest it in most cases, the spiders should be easy pickings. Yep. All done. Pick up frostbite venom. You might need it. and head up this way. We could have easily stolen another horse. Actually, we probably should have done that, but it's okay for now. Maybe I took a little bit of a backwards path here. That's alright. Yep, this is definitely a backwards path, so we'll head back. Basically, you're looking for a path that leads up the hill. In this part of the Skyrim map, you might actually encounter a lot of vampires along the way. You can be turned if you allow them to bite you. Actually, what we're doing here, we're about to discover a ruin. It wasn't part of my original plan, but we'll go along with it. Labyrinthian. Well, judging by the sounds of it, there's a dragon up here somewhere. It's probably a frost dragon, actually, considering we're in an icier path of the map. Or maybe it's just a troll. I'm not gonna let him touch me. I was going to fight him, but no need. Just run away. Now, this isn't the path I normally take up to Oostengrav. As you can see, we are actually going away from it. So what we'll do is we'll place a map marker to keep us more oriented. This is the way we need to go. The trip would have been actually a lot quicker if I just took the road up and took the proper hill pathway up, but that's all over and done with now. Should be coming up to Oostengrav fairly quickly. Now, here's the Skyborn altar. You'll probably run into a dragon here, so this was not a smart way to go, but I'm going to attempt something I've never attempted before now. And that is outrun a dragon, which will probably be next to impossible, considering how they can track you up from the sky anyways. But that's okay. Once we get into Oostengrav, he will leave us alone. Ustengrav is pretty much just right up ahead of us. Let's just keep heading up the road here. Or through the terrain rather, there's no set pathway. Here we are at Ustengrav, almost. We're very close. And we've actually outrun the dragon. That was fun. Right ahead of Ustengrav, you're actually going to run into a group of vampires along with a mage. You can fight them if you wish, but there's really no need to do that. And there is Ustengrav. Just drop right down and head into the dungeon. Once again, you're running right past everything here. Just ignore them all. While we can, we'll recover some of our stamina so that we can run right past these idiots right here. Run past them as well. As you can see, there's a lot more danger here than in the previous dungeon. If we were on a higher difficulty, we'd definitely be dead by now. Actually, we would have been dead a long time ago. Down here into the Ustengrav depths. Take a potion just for the health's sake. It's the last one we have left anyways. Apparently we're still being followed. Get away from me! Whirlwind sprint right through that trap so it doesn't damage you. Get past me. Leave me alone. Just keep running away. It's okay. Yep, it's the coward's way out, but we don't need to fight anyone. You're not going up the stairs, you're actually heading down the dungeon. This way, out through here. Now it's your choice if you want to retrieve the word of power over here. I choose to skip right past it for the sake of the walkthrough. We are heading through this way. Now there's a lever up here, which means we'll need to dispose of this dragger right here. Nice and easy. And this one as well. And this one. Actually, we are heading up this way. My mistake. Now this part right here can be pretty tricky. So, what we need to do, activate all 3 pillars and quickly sprint through it. Somehow I pulled it off on the first try right now. Usually haven't had that much good luck with this part before. What you want to do here is avoid the fire traps. Get past the spiders, cut down the web, and get the hell out of there. Activate the chain, go through the door, and the horn is right ahead of you here. There's the note, and somebody has taken it from right under our nose. That's not fun. Now we have to find the culprit. So we are going to head out of Ustengrav here. Quick rest is needed to regain our stamina, so that we can run past it. Pull the lever here. Out through this way. Up here. Once again you'll run into the same mages you ran away from a moment ago. Seems like they're already dead, which is good for us. And we are out of Ustengrav. With a note instead of a horn. Oh, Greybeards will definitely be pissed about this one. Now what we need to do is we head back to Riverwood to find out who stole the horn from us. Apparently we have enemies nearby. It's probably the vampires I was talking about earlier. So let's go find them, dispose of them, and then we'll be on our way. Or I can try again. Nope, that won't work. Let's just run. Once I know we can rest, we can actually fast travel as well. So I go down to Riverwood. The person who took the horn is actually in this inn right here. But this is the end of our video for now.